Yo, Champs the Making Hoopy here, and welcome back to the channel. Now, with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming out in less than 2 months, I figured what better way to celebrate the soon-to-be release of these games by giving you guys my opinion on the newly released Pokemon for this generation. But before we get started, how about you guys, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you like the content that I make on the main channel, how about you guys hit the subscribe button? And beside that subscribe button, if you guys have never noticed, is a little bell. If you hit that, you'll get notified of all the videos that I have made and will make throughout this entire channel's lifetime. So go ahead and do that. I'll wait. What manga do I want to read? You done? Wow, that was quick. Awesome. So let's get started on my opinions for the Pokemon that have been announced for this generation. Starting us off, well, are the starter Pokemon Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. So what do I think about these Pokemon in general? Well, I'm kind of a mixed bag on them. I do like them. I like them a lot. But we don't know what their final evolutions look like. Heck, we don't even know what their middle stages look like. So with that being said, I do like the first forms. I think they're cute and cuddly like a starter should be. But if their final forms aren't badass or cool looking, I don't know what to say. As of right now, it's half-half. I like them, but I'm also waiting for their final evolutions to come out. Next up on the list, we have Pawmi. So, what do I think about Pawmi? Pawmi's cute. Pawmi's cute. But unless it evolves, it's just gonna... Well, even if it does evolve, it's going to be a Pikachu clone. Look at it, it's very obviously designed to be a Pikachu clone. But at least it's not an early game rodent. So I'm giving it points for that. But unless it evolves, it's something I'm never going to use. Its design is cute. I think it looks very, very adorable. But we'll just have to wait and see. So that's my opinion on it. It's cute, but we have to wait. Next up on the list, we have Smoliv. And I don't really like Smoliv, and I'll tell you guys why. Because it's just... When I first saw Smoliv with a lot of people, I thought it was a regional variant of maybe Sunkern or Badoo or something like that. And when it came out that it's just an early game grass-type Pokemon like Oddish or Sunkern or Badoo or Seedot, I kind of lost all hope for it. Now, could it evolve into an awesome Pokemon? Absolutely. Absolutely, but the chances of that happening are very, very, very low. We haven't had a good early game grass-type Pokemon since, well, Generation 4. And even then, it was Badoo, and it didn't even get good until you go to Iron Island and get a certain stone to evolve your Roselia into a Roserade. So there's that. It's not really... We'll just have to wait and see. I don't like Smoliv, though. Smoliv is a no for me. I'll probably never use it on my team in any playthrough of Pokemon Violet. So, yeah. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Next up, we have Lechonk. I love this Pokemon. I love Lechonk. And the reason I like Lechonk so much is because it's a pig Pokemon that might evolve into a boar Pokemon. I beg Game Freak, give us the boar Pokemon we deserve. We only have 3 pig Pokemon, okay? 3. We have a pig monkey Pokemon and Primate, but it's a pig monkey. I want a boar Pokemon to evolve from Lechonk. It just makes too much sense. That's why I love it. It's the 3rd pig Pokemon we've had. We only have Spoink, Grumpig, and now Lechonk. And if Lechonk evolves, which it's an early game Pokemon, it more than likely will evolve, then please let it evolve into a boar. I love Lechonk just because of the possibility of its evolution. And it's a big round boy. It's a round boy. that's not fat. It's muscle, and it's adorable. I love it, and I'm going to use it on my team as soon as I get my hands on it. I want it to be one of the best normal type Pokemon out there. I'm looking so forward to it. So next up we have Cloth. Now to issue a small correction from another YouTuber. No disrespect, dude. If you ever watch this, I just wanted to put it out there. I'm not even calling you out or anything. I just want to let you know. There are only 3 crab Pokemon. When he got into his segment of Cloth, his video is pretty much the same thing I was doing now, giving his opinions on the Gen 9 Pokemon that were announced. But when he got to Cloth, he mentioned that you can now have a team of all crab Pokemon. But like I stated just a few seconds ago, there's only 3 crab Pokemon. Krabby, Kingler, and now Cloth. There are several crustacean Pokemon in Clawitzer. It's pre-evolution. You have Corphish and Crawdont. You also have Omastar and Omanite. You have those, but there's only 3 crab Pokemon. So, what do I think of Cloth? I like Cloth for a couple reasons. One of those reasons are simply it's the 3rd crab Pokemon that they have made. If you want to do a full crustacean team, you can now with Cloth and the others. There's also the fact that its eyes do a full 360, and I think that's really cool. I love how if you go to the official Pokemon website, it'll say that it can't stay, what was it? It can't stay upside down for long because it'll get dizzy and fall. I think that's really cool. I really do. It's really neat that this Pokemon can be so fearsome as an ambush Pokemon and then proceed to, like, just fall. Like, it can be good at its job until it gets dizzy and then it just falls to the ground. I think that's absolutely hilarious. I think that's funny. I want to use it, but I kind of want to see its stats first. I'm sure it'll be good on a normal playthrough. I just want to see its stats and see if it can be like a main hard hitter in my Pokemon game. Can't really blame me for that, especially when I'm doing a playthrough for you guys. So yeah, there's that. Next up we have Cyclizar. So, what do I think about Cyclizar? Well, before I get into that, here's another explanation. No, in all seriousness though, Cyclizar represents the present in Pokemon. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they have a future and a past theme. If you guys haven't already figured that out, if you haven't, then you're not really paying attention to the trailers. But there can't be a past or a future without a present. And that's what Cyclizar represents. It's not going to evolve into either Koraidon or Miraidon. Will it possibly evolve into the 3rd legendary? No, because there are multiple of them. So I believe that's why Cyclizar will not evolve into either the past legendary or the future legendary. Cyclizar represents the present, and you can tell because it looks like both of the box art legendaries. So my opinion on it, it's a lot different than everybody else's. A lot of people are on the fence about it. Some like it, some don't. I like it. I like the aesthetic of past, present, and future in these games in general, and I think that they couldn't really have picked a better Pokemon to represent the present. So I do like it. Its design looks pretty neat. I like its signature move, the Shed Tail ability. I think that's amazing, amazing attack, and I can't wait to use it. So yeah, that's my opinion on Cyclizar. I think it's neat, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Now, I will say before I get on to the next Pokemon, if you have to have it in your party to ride it like a motorcycle or a bicycle, I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm being completely honest with you guys. I'm being a little upset. Anyway, moving. Next up, we have Armarouge. Yes, Armarouge, not Armarouge, Armarouge. So, what is my opinion on this? I'm kind of indifferent to it. I like its design. It reminds me a lot of Gallade. It reminds me a lot of Bisharp. It just reminds me of a lot of really cool Pokemon that I do like. It reminds me of Mega Man as well because of the arm cannons, Mega Man's arm cannon. And its design is cool. I like its design. I like the fact that it's a fire and psychic type Pokemon. I don't think we've had any. We have had a fire and psychic type Pokemon. I'm an idiot. I think that's the second fire and psychic type Pokemon we've had in 25 years of Pokemon being around. So yeah, it's really neat. The reason I'm on the fence about it is because its counterpart looks a lot cooler, in my opinion, and it's actually one of the reasons I chose to buy Pokemon Violet. So yeah, that's actually the reason I'm on the fence with Armarouge, because it looks really cool, and I like its design. I like its signature move, the arm cannon move. I forgot what the name of it was, but it's really cool design. But its counterpart is a lot better designed, in my opinion. Speaking of which, next up we have Ceruledge. Yes, Ceruledge. I adore this Pokemon. I love Ceruledge. And it is actually the biggest reason that I'm getting Pokemon Violet. So, why do I like Ceruledge so much? Well, it's very, 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 very simple. Ceruledge is not only a ghost and fire type, but it has swords. That's really the only reason. No, Ceruledge is so well designed, in my opinion. It also reminds me of Gallade and Bisharp, but it doesn't remind me of Mega Man. That's why I like it so much. Ceruledge, if I remember correctly, wears an armor made out of tormented souls and is not above fighting dirty. Where Armarouge will fight a just battle, Ceruledge doesn't care to be sneaky and do sneak attacks. Its signature move is absolutely fantastic. I love the way it looks in game, and I love the purple fire effects on its blades. I love it. It's one of the best designed new Pokemon that we've had in, I don't know, 10 years or so. As far as I'm aware, it's also the only fire and ghost type Pokemon we've ever seen, which is amazing in itself. I love its design. The fact that it is a unique typing gives me all the hope in the world of this Pokemon. It's a physical attacker, where Armarouge is going to be a special attacker. That's fine, whichever one you want to choose. It's fine. I like Ceruledge's physical attacking capabilities. It's just one of the best Pokemon that I've seen out there so far, and it's really, really cool, and I cannot wait to use it. It will probably be my ace monster. Next, we have Grafaiai. Now, I like this Pokemon. It's a lemur. It is a lemur, and that's all I have to say about it. It's a lemur. It's cute. It's a poison normal type, and that's a really cool type combination. Very defensive, but yeah, I like its design. The design is what throws it on for me, as far as just the way it looks. I love it so much. Next up, we have Fido. Fido. Its name is amazing. I love Fido so much. It's a dog made out of dough, and its name is Fido. I am going to use this Pokemon Probably at the start of the game. If it evolves, I might use it in the middle of the game. But if it doesn't evolve, then the early game cute Pokemon, and I think it's absolutely fantastic that we get a Pokemon like this. I love it so much. It's so cute. Ah. But that's my opinion on it. I love this Pokemon so very much. So much. And finally, we have the two legendary Pokemon, Koraidon and Miraidon. So, let's start off with Koraidon. I like its design. I like the fact that it is a Aztec-like feathered lizard. I love the past design that it incorporates. I love the fact that it is an orange lizard, which is really, really cool. But that's all I really like about it. That's actually my only real opinion on it. It looks cool, but from what I've seen, from what little we've all seen, as a matter of fact, of the legendary Pokemon, I can guess that Koraidon is going to be a physical attacker, whereas Miraidon is going to be a special attacker. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but Koraidon is designed very well for what it represents. But in my personal opinion, even though I do like Koraidon's design, I don't think that Koraidon was aimed towards somebody like me. So that's why I didn't get Pokemon Scarlet. Because to me, personally, Koraidon just doesn't fit my idea of what a past legendary Pokemon could be as far as full potential. Koraidon is almost there, but not quite there. That's why my opinion is I like it, but I would never use it. It's one of those legendary Pokemon I would never use, ever. So, yeah. It's cool looking, but not my favorite legendary Pokemon. Next up is Miraidon. And unlike Koraidon, in my opinion, Miraidon hits all levels and hits full potential on what a futuristic Pokemon could be like. Now, that could actually hurt it eventually, simply because if they decide to do past versus future again, I don't know how they're going to design a better legendary Pokemon than Miraidon. Could Miraidon be terrible design-wise? Absolutely. There are bad legendaries. I mean, look at Regigigas. Regigigas could be one of the most powerful legendary Pokemon or mythical Pokemon out there, but because of its slow start ability, it makes it useless. So, yeah, that's what might hurt Miraidon in the end, but as of right now, it's the best designed legendary Pokemon that have come out in 10 years. And I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that. But hear me out for a second. Miraidon is a sleek, metallic, looks to be plasma-powered dragon, possibly dragon psychic, possibly dragon electric, possibly dragon steel, possibly electric steel, blah, 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 blah. I have a video on that if you guys want to go see it. It's in the link in the description down below. But think about it for a second. In Pokemon X and Y, we had Yveltal, we had Xerneas, we had the living slug dragon Zygarde, which I like all three of them, don't get me wrong. Just because I said it's the best design legendary in 10 years doesn't mean they're all bad. But what did we get in Generation 7? Honestly, we got a lion and a bat that could be possessed by a gym monster that only one of those Pokemon looked good with. So Galeo's the one that looked good with it. Lunala, just those arms were just creepy. In Generation 8, we got 2 wolves and a skeletal dragon. Mind you, the 2 wolves and the skeletal dragon were, in my opinion, the best design legendaries in 10 years. But now seeing the 2 box art legendaries for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, they're better designed, with Miraidon being the best design out of both of them. Meaning, in my opinion, it's the best design legendary Pokemon we've had in 10 years, in a decade. A decade, think about that. So, that was my opinion on all the Pokemon that were announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to go work on a script for another video that will come out next Saturday. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day. My name is Dark Hoopa, and I will see you guys Saturday. Bye, guys.